Hey guys, welcome back once again. I'm on a roll here. I am going to be talking about today the divine feminine. And once you are in your divine feminine or working towards awakening your divine feminine, you can establish yourself as a receiver, as a woman. In my previous video, I did touch on it a little bit, saying that's one of my favorite statements. Define yourself. Establish yourself as a receiver. So I think I'm going to give it to you in small baby doses because it's easier to ingest that way or digest that way. An explanation of what the divine feminine is and using keywords, so small doses, keywords to define what the divine feminine is. And if these keywords stand out to you and you believe that you already embody those things, then you are already halfway there to awakening your divine feminine. If not, jot it down, keep a mental note of it so you can remember these are some of the things that will help me awaken my divine feminine. So let me start with that first. So I would say the divine feminine is restoration, it's life, it's creation, it's healing, it's openness, it's nurturing, it's love, it's understanding, it's forgiveness, it's intuition, it's harmony, it's sensuality, it's compassion, it's insight, intuition, if I didn't already say that. It's renewal, birth, wisdom, connection. Tapping into all of those points, those words that I use to define what divine feminine is, will allow us to restore our health. Our health as a woman is very connected and dependent to these things. So tapping into our feminine energy can help us to feel more energetic, more alive, more purposeful, more free, more open, more creative, more fluid, right? As opposed to feeling overwhelmed, feeling exhausted, feeling depressed, feeling depleted, feeling negatively charged, and feeling masculine. Resting in your divine feminine and awakening your divine feminine does help to activate the divine masculine. Have you ever seen those memes or those quotes online that a king knows when he's met his queen because she speaks to the king in him? And I would say that also works vice versa, because the divine masculine also awakens the divine feminine in a woman. So we need each other, the yin and the yang, if you want to call it that. The divine feminine is also known for unity and healing. That is part of our purpose here as a divine feminine. And I'm just going to say that as women, women with a uterus, a womb, a woman. Now, for everyone, energy is energy. So feminine energy versus masculine energy, it doesn't really have a gender. But in this video, when it comes to being a divine feminine and a divine masculine, I'm talking about the roles of awakening your divine feminine as a woman. So I'm going to speak about the divine feminine energy as a woman today. And a woman should be how she's feeling. I'm going to say that again. A woman should be how she's feeling. We're very expressive and we need to be very expressive. That's just who we are as women. Anything that would be put in the way to shut that down would compromise us being women and otherwise drive us crazy because we're not able to operate to our 100% capacity as a divine feminine if we're not authentic to who we are. So unfortunately, there's a lot of things out there telling us that there's something wrong with the way how we express our behaviors, or there's something wrong with the fact that we don't have as much of a logical mind as the divine masculine is, but we're divine feminine. We're not really the logical minded one, but we are very mature emotionally. So that is definitely something that you can master as well. We don't need to be wrecking balls and a mess with our emotions. So we definitely can master our emotions, but also be divine feminine, and don't steer away from who you are. So we need to be who we are. The divine feminine is beautiful, and they self-care. They care for themselves. It is important for us to take things like baths, for example. Take a bath with some Epsom salts, some lavender, some rose petals, even like a milk bath, something like that, with some essential oils, nice diffusers, nice calming, high, good vibrational music, candles, aromatherapy, even going to a spa, getting a massage, getting a head massage, doing your hair, the way you dress, the way you speak, all of these things all help you tap into your divine and awaken your divine feminine. It is very important to upkeep yourself, develop a routine, a beauty routine, a self-care routine, and keep that up, because when you are disheveled and you have let yourself go and you don't take care of yourself, it's very hard for you to naturally, authentically be in your divine feminine, because you may not feel sexy, you may not feel beautiful. And I know a lot of people out there complain about the male gaze, but the right male gaze, maybe the man for you who's looking, will see you when you're in your feminine and you take care of yourself and you're glowing, because you just have this confidence, you just exude this love for yourself, this energy that you care for yourself. And the way that you care for yourself is the way that him or others will feel that you will care for them, or the children that you guys may have. So keep that in mind and make sure you look how you feel. A woman should be how she feels. If you look disheveled, if you look like you've been in a depressive rut for the last 6 months and that's how you look, that's how people are going to feel about you, and that is how you feel. A woman should be how she feels, meaning a woman looks how she feels inside. So if you look beautiful, if you look radiant, if you take care of yourself, if you look good, if you feel good, you radiate beautiful energy, people are gonna believe that you've got it together, because you do. People are gonna believe you're beautiful inside and out, because you are. People are gonna believe that you're happy, because you are. People are gonna believe that there's things in life that you love and that you're grateful for, right? And you appreciate every day that you're here and you're living. And we should be how we're feeling. The divine feminine is non-judgmental. We support our partners and we support other women. A large part of being a divine feminine woman is collaboration with other women, supporting other women, having the sister circle, and embracing each other. We're all very intuitive, we're all very connected, we're all women, we're all very special beings here. And as a woman, you know that there's just something special about you as a woman. Don't let anyone take that away from you. What you feel, what your intuitive thoughts are, what you believe, hold strong to that and trust that, no matter what anyone says. We are calming. The divine feminine is calming, and we move people out of their ego. The divine feminine does not lure a man in to be sidetracked from his purpose, to fall off his course. We lure a man in and we guide him to his higher self. As a divine feminine, we should always be moving people to a higher level, not causing people to be more animalistic and vibrate in their lower frequencies. Being a divine feminine is a big job. We were born into it. A lot of us want to tap back into that because a lot of it was gone and has died away, since we've gone back into the workplace and we're mostly independent and, we're taking the lead in the home. A lot of these traditions and ways of life have been removed. So to get back into it, it might seem like a lot of responsibility even, but I don't see it as a responsibility. If you just tap into that, it's something that intuitively just comes to you as a woman, okay? The divine masculine protects the family and the community. So if you've watched my love list, that might be something that would be on your love list, having a man as a protector, someone who's generous. But what you need to understand is with a man like that who understands he needs to protect his community and support his community and care for his community, this might take away from some of the time that he has with you because he is supporting the community and the people that he loves, his family, right? So understand when you ask for somebody like this, which is a very good character to have, that you can't be in maybe a jealous or envious mindset when this person comes to the aid of others. Now, it is not a shocker that independent women are killing divine feminine. And I don't want to say that in a negative way, because when you're single, you're definitely independent, right? You take care of yourself, you take care of maybe your children, you take care of your bills, you take care of your travel, you take care of your food, everything. So you're independent. So it's not a negative word, but the woman who has tapped out and believes that they don't need a man at all, that type of energy obviously kills feminine energy. So if you are single and you're an independent woman currently right now, still leave your heart open for someone to come along and be that masculine container in your life and be that partner for you. And I suggest you watch my Developing a Love List and how to be the reciprocal to that love list, and I'll pin it up here and I'll link it below, and I'll put at the end card of this video of how to manifest this person into your life. It's very important, so I would look into that for sure, because just like I said earlier in this video, I love saying the word establishing yourself as a receiver. Because if you are in a state of mind where, yes, you are taking care of yourself because you're an independent woman, but you also reject the help from a man, reject anything that comes from someone else because I can do everything myself, that is rejecting, blocking your blessing, blocking yourself from being a receiver. So that's the difference. You can be independent but still be open to receiving. So you're still establishing yourself as a receiver while still taking care of yourself in life, versus you have this particular independent mindset that rejects help from a man, that feels like men are worthless and men can't do anything for me and I'll do everything for myself, and they've just tapped out. I hope that makes sense. As a divine feminine woman, we need to connect with nature. Everyone needs to connect with nature. I would suggest people grounding, meaning you go barefoot out in the earth, in the soil, in the grass. Get your feet against the earth, not just the concrete, just the earth, and connect. So look up grounding and research the benefits of that. But just connecting to nature, being out in nature, and just revitalizing yourself as a woman is very important. That's another thing that can help you awaken your divine feminine. As a divine feminine, we need to release that doing energy, that if there is an awkward silence, I need to do something. I need to call someone. I need to text someone. I need to do something. No, you don't. Surrender, yield, relax, have some silence. Allow your masculine container to do what the masculine container does best. For your health as a woman, as a divine feminine, the more you let go and you release and you establish yourself as a receiver and allow yourself to receive as you reciprocate the things that need to be reciprocated, you will be in a whole other era, and it will change your life, aura, and it will change your life. So just relax. Take a deep breath. I've been taking deep breaths throughout this whole video. I'll probably cut them out, but take a deep breath and just relax and be feminine. Now, I want to label some things that are symptoms, if you have it, of you not being in your divine feminine currently. You could be in your masculine energy, or you could just be lost in between, in limbo. But some symptoms or signs that you're not resting in your divine feminine and you need to awaken your divine feminine, tap in and get back to it, would be feeling overworked, chasing and pursuing people, stress, lots of stress, physically and emotionally tired. Now, wouldn't we all like to leave those days behind of being physically and emotionally tired? Why wouldn't you? We aren't built to operate like that. We are just too soft, too feminine, too dainty, too goddess for that. You think too much. Thinking too much. Just relax. Overly competitive. I think I said that earlier. Maybe I just said competitive, but just overly competitive. That's not feminine. Overly competitive, and not in a good way. Not like you have your home business and you're getting it up and ready and you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's like that. That's fine to be ambitious and have something that you love to do, but overly competitive, maybe with other women, maybe with your own man. It's not good. That's not good divine that's not divine feminine. You're in your masculine. If you can tell, if there's a theme by now, that when you're in your divine feminine, it's very healthy, it's very relaxing, it's very freeing. It's as if you take the weight off your shoulders. It really helps you in your physical health and just your energy. You just feel so free. And us as women, That's how we need to feel to really, really, really flourish in our feminine energy while we're on this earth. Being solely future focused is a masculine energy, because masculine man builds, he makes plans, he's assertive, he's concrete, he goes out and he gets the job done, he has a plan. We allow the divine masculine to lead. We trust his plan for us and we go with it, right? So being totally future based all the time, and I remember I was for a long time, like I always cared about things that I didn't need to care about, and it really did have a negative effect in those areas of my life. Now, there's nothing wrong with, as a woman, having a plan, knowing what I'm going to do tomorrow, knowing where I would like to be in the next several years, but solely being future-based, focused, not living in the moment, not being present, just solely future-focused, I hope that makes more sense, is not a divine feminine energy. Some other things that you can do to help you get in that divine feminine space would be setting uninterrupted time during the day or the week for you to just be on your own, to do these self-care things either with other women or on your own, and don't let anyone else interrupt that, no male energy or anything, so you can rejuvenate and get back to that feminine energy. Eat living foods, dance to activate your energy, guide yourself in your feminine energy. Creativity is a huge role when it comes to femininity. We are creators. We live based on intuition. We need to dance, we need to move, we need to activate our uterus, we need to activate, our sacral chakras. We need to restore and rejuvenate our energy within our bodies. And through being a creative being as a woman, it really does awaken our femininity and allows us to rest more in our femininity. So if you haven't been creative lately, try to think about some of the things that you used to love to do, some creative things that you used to love to do, whether it's writing, whether it's painting, whether it's dancing, whether it's singing, playing the piano, playing the harp, whether it's skating, swimming, stretching, yoga, all of these things. You can become very creative with them and just create and explore and just allow yourself to be in a very creative, intuitive space where you're almost flowing on just a universal purpose, right? You may not have a pinpointed plan, but somehow through your creative nature, it just flows, right? And you create something beautiful. So maybe I'll go further and talk about this topic more at a later date when I've learned more and I've tapped in more even to my own feminine energy. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you learned something about your divine feminine energy and establishing yourself as a receiver. I will see you in the next video. Check out my Instagram, subscribe, like, comment, share.